thing with Dark Souls, it's in a weird spot because it has that reputation that, oh my god, this is so difficult. But really, think about it like, that's a bad example. Hang on, I'm gonna reset that thought.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
How do I explain Dark Souls? I don't believe that Dark Souls is difficult. Well, it is challenging. But most of it is... It's not hard because it's forgiving. And it's forgiving because you don't have a set amount of lives. You don't start from scratch when you die. There's very there's very specific choke points, and there's even shortcuts that allows you to skip the content that you've proven yourself worthy to go through it. So the game has that reputation of just being really hard, but I think it's really hard comes from two things. And one of them is where I'm having difficulties with, and the other is, well, it's actually, I'm also having difficulty with that part, the moment-to-moment combat. That part, it's not that difficult to think about. It's, you dodge at the right moment, you hit him with your most powerful attacks, you block, you do whatever you can to stay alive. And kind of like when I said earlier with the roguelikes, that rule set never changes. The other aspect is like understanding how stats work and doing all the math too, because you can be as good as you want, or it can be. If you don't have the stats, you're going to have a hell of a hard time. So this is the area, especially with the stats, that Dark Souls kind of pushes you to your limits. It's like, oh my god, it's so hard. Yeah, but I wouldn't say... it's got that reputation. Oh yeah, I also have stuff here. Don't need. Don't need. High durability, don't need. +4 to all attributes, I like that. Adds 1 point of damage, don't need. What do you do? I have less hit points. I do 150 plus damage. I got high durability. And I get to use a shield. That's actually really hot. I like that. That's why I never got to Assassin's Creed. What was the comment? I rage quit Dark Souls after 10 minutes. The controls are too shitty. Oh, I don't blame you at all. Black Flag. It wasn't until Uplay screwed up my save game. Because why not? I was having a blast to the point where that was going to be like, oh, I wanted to play that on stream or whenever I felt like playing a video game. But it wasn't meant to be. Just takes more hits, that's all. You know, I don't disagree with your assessments of that, but at the same time I would argue that Dark Souls is just about... You don't necessarily need to memorize their moves. You just gotta understand that the moves that will kill you, they're telegraphed, and once they're telegraphed, you just gotta move out of the way. So there's a certain, like, mechanical instinct that you go through. But yeah, like controls. Dark Souls was hard for me, the original, to get used to. I was rage quitting like a lunatic on the PlayStation 3, because that's where I originally played the original Dark Souls on for like half an hour, no more. Controls, I just hate the controller. And then it came on the PC. I was like, alright, I'll try it another time. And it was actually slightly better, but it was still like a pain in the ass to play the game. And I hate games that you have to work to make it easy to play. Like, it's not hard. Cannot diminish the power of steel. Did you repair all my stuff? I did repair recently, but I think it did repair. Like everything, even the drops are repaired. Nice! But yeah, I do think, like, whoever said that comment initially, the idea that Dark Souls is... like, it was designed to be difficult for difficulty's sake, and I don't agree with that. Like, why is everything cryptic, for one thing, and... oh, God. Why can I not identify friend from foe? Like, is that part of the design? Jeez, man. Okay, hang on. Charge bolt, holy bolt. Done! I used quite a bit of charges on that staff, but good stuff. Yeah, if you get stuck in a tutorial, it's a really bad sign. I lost some strength. Gained some magic and vitality. I'm okay with that. I actually have 51 magic now, so I can learn the books that I have in town. Shrine's always good in overall stat change in Diablo. Nope. They are completely random. You could say that... no, it's pretty much even. There's a lot of shrines that will shuffle your stats around to the point where you might not be able to wear your items. There are shrines that are overall just really good. I think I got healed a bit. There are shrines that will completely remove stuff. There are shrines that will repair all your items. There are shrines that will show everything on the map. There will be shrines shrines that will give you infrared vision, which basically you can see through walls, like the enemies and stuff like that. There are shrines that will fill every single slot in your inventory with gold if there's space available. And if your inventory is full, tough luck, you'll just have like this really cryptic message and you won't understand what's happening.
I can't carry anymore.
It's the kind of stuff that, yeah. Which, you know, it's cryptic, I don't understand, blah, blah, blah. And it changes the stats and makes the game more difficult. Yeah, but you can also not play with it and totally be fine. I actually love the idea that no matter how many times I play this game, I know my character's not going to be perfect, and he doesn't need to be. The whole purpose of playing the game is to have a journey with that character. So I know Minx, because this guy's name is Minx, is going to be totally different from any of the other warriors that I've played previously. He's casting Holy Bolt. He's casting. He's actually really crappy with. Oh, I learned a Guardian spell. That's what happened last time. I forgot. Because all of these are like stuff that happens randomly. My stats aren't the same anymore, and the weapons actually the weapons, those are actually pretty. Like if you can find them, then it's pretty static. But later on, I won't be able to use them, either if they break or. I think I've cleared everything. No, that's not the room. And it's the kind of game that even the randomization sometimes gets borked, where you'll find the stairs surrounded by walls and there's no door, so you're like, yeah, you're kind of stuck. But the game allows you to, like, the scroll of phasing, it's a random teleport spells, and if you have enough, then you can go through the wall and go through the floor and continue playing. So there are ways around it. And I like that flexibility in games where there's multiple ways to play it. It's one of the reasons why I love like the Elder Scrolls so much. I'm just kind of disappointed that like playing a mage is really hard. Right, or in Skyrim playing a thief is really hard. But there are ways to go around that. Alright, 7th floor is actually really hard. Yeah, blue equals fire, red equals lightning. That's basically how it goes. Oh no, not these guys. They're so much easier when you're a wizard. Come here. Yeah, alright, come here. Into the corner. Are there multiple difficulty settings like in Diablo 2? They're not much settings, but yes. You got normal, you got nightmare, and you got hell. You cannot play nightmare until you play normal. But let me tell you that normal is pretty darn hard as it is. So that's up to 6. What's that? Down to 8. And it's actually, there's a bug in the game. Maybe it's a bug. Maybe they intended it to be that way. I doubt it. But in single player, there is only the normal mode. So if you wanted to play Nightmare or Hell, you gotta play multiplayer. Because after the story ends, you got the cinematic, and then you're back in the menu. And you can't save, because... yeah, so you're stuck in the moment before you kill Diablo. So you can relive that moment if you want, but like you can't change difficulty. Now. Yeah, right now they're starting to introduce like elemental damage. They're shooting lightning, they're shooting fire, they're shooting physical damage. The monsters are color-coded now, or they're starting to be. So, like these blue guys, like they go down really easy with fireballs. Come on. There we go. Ow. Alright. Man, traps everywhere. When will Gix end stream? I don't know. I consider today, right now, this moment, very early. Therefore, it's going to be a while. Magic. Yeah, I'm starting to be a little squishy. Mudman looks like a blueberry. It's not a mudman. I know why you're saying it looks like a mudman, though. Because of the way the modeling is. It's supposed to be... Oh, yeah, it is a mudman. Oh, look at that. But it's a demon model, so... It's 8 o'clock. I'd say maybe by 11 or midnight I might be playing Dark Souls, depending on how... energy. Well, sometimes you look at a monster and you say, well, he looks like mud, like he's just like a silly putty, you know, just because there's, like, if you look closely, most of the models are really, really basic, like baby's first 3D model. Back then, that's what you could do with the tools that we had, but
Too much
it's like
baggage.
it's like comparing like Reboot, the TV show, to say Avatar. Like the amount of detail is just not comparable. Well, they're comparable, but it's like Reboot is very simplified, very blocky, or very blobby shapes. Where's that ring? I heard a ring. Oh, God. These guys are annoying. Go! Die somewhere. When is Diablo 2 coming out? Oh, there's that ring. Okay. There we go, that one's trapped. You're mine! And the other one, I'm gonna lure him. Come here. No, no. Come here. Alright, you're in. Scare him off. Huzzah! You're inside my trap! You activated my trap card! That was very masterful positioning right there.
I gotta pawn some of this stuff.
I can't scroll of Nova in the... really? Huh.